Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are in the last part of our year 1390 in part B, and we are starting off this year, this part, with the Petechia residence. This is Caitlin Petechia, and she is in labor. So we are going to start off with the birth of a little one. So let's go ahead and go in with her and go see her have her baby. We are going to find out what it is that she's having. She currently has a son and a daughter. So we are going to see what the results are of this birth. And it looks like Ramon wants to be materialistic. I mean, fine, you can be materialistic. We love that for you, Ramon. And it looks like Caitlin is having a boy. So we are going to go ahead and open up the wheel for boy names, and we are going to go ahead and give that a spin. And we are going to see what it is that... Okay. Let's go ahead and give that a spin.
Nickel.
All right, so we are going to name this little boy Nickel, and let's go ahead and we will name this little one Nickel Petechia. And another boy. All right, let's go ahead and open the wheel back up and give it another spin.
Omen.
And Ulman. Nickel and Ulman Petechia. So she has given birth to twins. As we know, we do need to roll the dice for mom and babies. Mom will need to go ahead and roll the dice twice to find out if she is going to be able to make it or not. As we know, mom can't roll a 1, so let's go ahead and roll twice for mom. So if we roll, she rolls an 8 and she rolls a 16. Those are both successful rolls. So let's go ahead and we will roll for Nickel. Nickel needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Nickel is good, and Ulman is not good. So Ulman is not going to make it. Let me go ahead and update all of this on the timeline, and then we will take care of these little ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of these little ones. We are going to go ahead and we are going to take Ulman away from mom, and we are going to age up Nickel. So let's go ahead and we will... Okay, Carolina Meshroom has also gone into labor. We are coming, Carolina. Just give us a moment. Let's go ahead and we will age up little Nickel here. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so Nickel has aged up. Let's go ahead and jump into Cass. It looks like Nickel is cautious and a Sagittarius. And let's hop into Cass and give Nickel his makeover. And then we will get his photo for the family tree. All right, there is little Nickel Petechia as an infant. He is just too precious. And let's go ahead and we are going to go see the Meshroom family. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Meshroom home. We are going to let Carolina go ahead and have her little one. She is unhappy about this. Look at that face. She is like, oh my gosh. Oh, the poor dear. But let's go ahead and let them have their baby and see how they fare. She's like, no, I'm in so much pain. You can do this, Carolina. You can do this. Women everywhere have babies. And she's like, don't tell me about that. And they've also had a boy. So let's go ahead and open up the wheel for boy names and give that a spin and see what we're going to name their little boy.
Baldwin.
Baldwin. All right, so we're going to name this little one Baldwin. And it is a single birth, and we are going to roll the dice for mom and baby and see how they fare. Let's go ahead and pull up our dice, and as we know, mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls an 8 and survives. Baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Baby rolls and gets a 1 and is good. So Baldwin is going to survive. Let's go ahead and we will upgrade the timeline, and then we will age up little Baldwin and get his makeover and photo for the family tree. All right, let's go ahead and feed this little one. Get off your phone and feed your baby. There you go. Feed your little one, and then you can age him up. And we will get his makeover and photo for the family tree. We'll see what this little guy is going to look like when he gets to be a infant, which is going to be fantastic. She is super thrilled. As we know, they had another little one, but he was stillborn. So this is their first surviving baby, and she is so thrilled about it. Look how happy she is. Oh my God, I freaking love it. So let's go ahead and age up Baldwin. He has made it to infant stage, which is fantastic. We love it so, so much. And he's going to have blonde hair, and he is a Sagittarius as well. Let's go ahead and hop into Cass. All right, so he is a sunny infant. Let's go ahead and give him his makeover and get his photo for the family tree. All right, so there is Baldwin Meshram as an infant. He is precious. And let's go ahead and jump in the game. We are going to go see Annora Lykke now, as she is scheduled to marry in this episode. So we are going to go and check in with her. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Lykke and Von Schwan residence. And as you can see, this here is Annora Lykke. She is scheduled to find love and get married in this episode. So we are going to be going ahead and trying to find her love. We are going to take her and Carly, and they are going to travel and go and find her some eligible bachelors. So let's go ahead and travel with them and see if we can find Annora someone that she can be in a relationship with. So we are going to go ahead and travel with them and see about getting her in a bit of a relationship. Let's go ahead and travel with Carly and go and find her someone that she can be with. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and have her knock on the door. We want them to have access to the house because, as we know, Carly is a vampire and she is going to burn to death if we don't get her into the house. So let's go ahead and get access to the home. As you can see, Carly is expecting. her and Archibald are with child. So we are going to get Carly into the house. We definitely want her to have herself safely in the home. So we are going to have Annora go ahead and do a friendly introduction. We're going to see if she gets on with either of these gentlemen. And so she is going to go ahead and say hello to both of them. And we're going to see if she likes either one of them. So let's try seeing what she thinks of Urk. Urk is perceived as very attractive. And Galileo, she perceives also as very attractive. Okay, so she could be with either of these guys. We are going to, it looks like Urk is feeling pretty playful. We're going to go ahead and just chat with him a little bit, and we are going to try to get to know both of them and see how she gets on with them, and see which one she kind of gets on with a little bit better, and maybe she can figure out which one of these guys she likes, you know, better than the other.
Oh, just in a branch.
Obatosh, Pwipsalai, Spiffy-Yibs, Spiffy-Yibs, Globe, Cletstern, Nabathori, Brabe, Arsene, Wegman Ogan, Glagshane,
Wibbly!
Sparfa Pidna?
Hey!
So it looks like Galileo's feeling pretty focused. They are starting to try to get a little bit of a friendly conversation going. I'm going to go ahead and ask if he wants to maybe dance with her and see if they can get up their friendship a little bit. Urk has gone ahead and walked away from the conversation like he was not at all interested. He was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. So that has kind of left her to Galileo, and so she's like, okay, well, I will go ahead and just, you know, get to know him a little bit better. And so they're going to chat a little, and we'll see how they get on. So it looks like Galileo shows signs of being a sinister personality type. Are you two going to dance? Oh yes, they're gonna dance. He's feeling a little bit embarrassed right now. I don't know if maybe that's because they're in mixed company, but he is kind of feeling a little bit embarrassed. As you can see, their friendship is going up quite well, especially now that they are dancing, which we absolutely love. I think that after they do a little bit of dancing, maybe she will go ahead and do some funny interactions with him, and maybe she can joke a little bit with him, and we will try to get her to flirt a little bit, and she can ask him if he is single, and we will go ahead and compliment his appearance.
Lanzaya. Yeah, but same. Came as that fleece, flamin' shuva, cha-cha. Spillane.
And that made her acquire the comedy skill telling him jokes, which we absolutely love. So she's going to do a little bit of flirting with him. She's going to ask if he's single. She has found out that he is single, which we kind of figured. And so she's going to compliment his appearance and just tell him that she thinks he is really attractive, because obviously she does find him very attractive, and maybe he will be keen to her flirtations. Wowee, that sim is irresistible. Annora has a major crush on Galileo. Okay, let's gaze into his eyes. Throughout the conversation, Annora got the impression that Galileo finds her unattractive, making her feel a little discouraged. Oh no. They're not getting any romance at all. So let's try to do a little bit of dancing with let's go cloud gaze with Urk and see how they get on. Because Galileo is clearly not into her at all. So they're going to go cloud gaze, her and Urk, and we'll go see how they get on. and maybe we can raise up their friendship some. Maybe she can at some point ask him if he wants to dance with her, and we will see if perhaps they want to dance. Oh, don't tell a group story. We don't want to do that. Small talk. Ask about soulmate. Don't go away. She's like, I want to go ahead and ask him to dance.
Oh, think well.
And then you can ask him if he's single.
Ruskin.
And you can compliment his appearance because she also finds him very attractive.
Fadish.
And drop your handkerchief for him and see if he'll pick that up for you. And do a little bit of flirting with Urk and see if you two kind of get on. And let's see. He says he hasn't found his soulmate yet, but she has learned that he's single. And after they're finished dancing, we're going to see if he takes her advances of her flirting and has any feeling about that. How does he like her flirting advances?
Burrow. Yana Sedge.
Dark Togi Boom. Jongi.
All right, so they've got some romance, it looks like. He... Oh no, he finds her unattractive as well. But they have romance. Quite a bit of romance, actually.
Myrna Waj. Wisum? Engel Mifwa. Beckenwishum.
And now she has a major crush on him. Clearly, she just likes to crush hard on people. She is, you know, just going to be like, look, I have a crush on you. Come tell him that you have a crush on him. Reveal your crush to him. She wants to give him a massage. I mean, really. Okay. Go reveal your crush to him. And she wants to give him a massage. I mean...
Ish. Where's Pedo? Yips.
Says, I really value the time we spend together. I think it makes us closer than ever. It would seem that they're getting on quite well. Their friendship is really, really good. Their romance is quite good as well. But it would seem that he finds her unattractive, which I don't understand, nor do I like very much. But, you know, sometimes I guess that is what it is. They are doing a little bit more dancing, which we absolutely love. She's going to go ahead and whisper in his ear. She wants to give him a massage, but I don't see where that option is. She is once again going to reveal her crush to him because that option, I guess, didn't work out the first time. She wants to do a lot of kissing with him and embracing, but I think that would be a little bit too forward for her. So I am not going to allow her to do that. Maybe she can do a flirtatious joke with him. It says do your first kiss. Obviously, if they kiss, then they are, you know, going to have to marry. So I don't know that I want to necessarily do that. If they do that by themselves, then, you know, that's one thing. But maybe she can blow a kiss to him. That might be a little different. Let's get her to talk to him about marriage and see how he feels about marriage. She'll be like, I'm looking for a husband. How do you feel about marriage? Because I am really needing, you know, to obviously find someone that wants to marry me. Do you think maybe we could court? Where do you think you're going? Ask him to court. Come back down here, Urk. She's like, okay, fine, I'll follow you up. Technically, you should not be alone up there together without a supervisor, like a chaperone. This is very, very risque. This would be definitely frowned upon that they're up here alone. But she's gonna ask him to be her boyfriend. He declined her offer of courtship, but he said yes to her boyfriend offer.
Woo!
You big fella! You big fella!
Flurbus. Yeah? Oh.
Lamita.
Ibs. Oh. Fadish.
Malene.
So she's gonna give him a little bit of a massage, and she has become his girlfriend, and she's like, I just want to get married, you know? And so she's gonna tell him, like, look, I really appreciate you telling me that you would be my boyfriend, but what I'm looking for is a husband. Do you think that you and I could potentially get married? And so she's going to propose to him.
Oh, please?
Barnissa? Yibs! Yibs!
And he said yes.
Oh, Doyam Hadram! Chub. Ah!
Oh, they're so happy. So she's going to go down and she's going to tell her mom that they're getting married, and we are going to go ahead. Seriously, Carly's just down here singing to herself. Like, I don't know what the deal is with that. But she's going to come down. She's going to tell her mom about her marriage proposal. And then we are going to go ahead and... Okay, thanks. We're going to go ahead and we're going to travel with them to the ceremony. Oh, Mom's going to come up here. She's like, what are you doing up here alone without a chaperone? All right, so let's go ahead and take them to the cemetery. Chapel, I mean. Okay, so we've arrived here at the chapel. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to seat Carly and let her go in and have herself a seat. And then we're going to get ourselves married to Irk. And we are going to go and exchange our vows. And we are going to start our lives together. We are going to have ourselves a lovely little ceremony. Annora does need to have 9 children. So they are going to have themselves a nice big family. I don't think Irk is quite certain of the outcome of his life with Annora, but that is going to be what has to take place with him and Annora. So Annora is going to become Annora Beauregard, and we absolutely love that for her. So they are just going ahead and exchanging their vows in this beautiful ceremony with her mother looking on, which we absolutely love for her. Annora is finally marrying off one of her daughters, her oldest of her daughters, which we absolutely love. And we are getting her hitched, and she's going to begin her life of her own here. And that is going to be so fantastic to see that she is going to start her life with Irk, and they're going to move out into their own place and start their own family. And they're exchanging their rings, and then they are going to exchange their kisses. Aww. Congratulations to the happy couple, Mr. and Mrs. Beauregard. And let's go ahead and move them in together. And let's just move him over here for now. And then we will go ahead and hop into cast with him and put him in his new colors and get his photo for the family tree. Alright, so there is Irk Beauregard in his white, and we have updated Annora's last name to Beauregard as well. I will go ahead and put Urk on the family tree on the timeline and all of that. And we are going to go ahead and split them off into their own house and get started with letting them begin their family. All right, so we have arrived here on the Beauregard's residence, and we are just going to go ahead and let them consummate their marriage. We are going to have him approach his lovely bride, and he is going to attempt to seduce her, and he will stroke her
Ruby
cheeks.
Avanza?
Look at him. He's like, hey, baby. And then we are going to go ahead and
what tips do
let
you are,
him
huh?
give her a kiss.
Uh-huh.
And he will
Is she
have
not?
her go in with him, and they are going to try for a baby. And Elmira Arundel has gone into labor. Okay, it's our main household. So we will have to go and see her. And then we will head over to our next family that we'll be seeing in this episode, because we have another person that is going to be getting married soon. But first, let's go ahead and consummate this marriage here. So we will take them inside, and then we will go see Elmira.
Oh. Yeah, bow.
So they are being romantic, and they are woohooing for the first time, which is fantastic. We absolutely love that. And we are going to go ahead and let them finish this. And then we are going to have her go ahead and take a pregnancy test. If we get another pop-up for Elmira, we'll just go ahead and let her have her baby, and then we will see what we get here. So she has had a boy. We are going to go ahead and let me see what we're going to name this little guy. We are going to name him, I can't pronounce this, but it is Atticus, I believe is how you pronounce that. Atticus Arundel. So we will go see them, and then we will give them a roll in just a moment. I'm going to have her come in here and take a pregnancy test, and we will see if they are pregnant. He's already using the loo, which is fantastic. We love that for him. And then we'll have her come on in here and take herself a little bit of a pregnancy test once he's done in the washroom here. And we'll find out if she is expecting. What is the verdict, Annora? Are you guys having a little one? Well, what was the verdict? You didn't tell me. Take a pregnancy test. She's not pregnant. Okay, so they'll have to try again next time. We are going to head over to the main household and see the little one and give a roll for the baby and see if they're going to make it, and the mom. So let's do that now. All right, so we have arrived here in the Arundel home. Here is Elmira. We are just going to pull up our dice for her. As we know, we need to roll anything other than a 1. So let's go ahead and roll our dice. She rolls a successful roll with a 3. So Elmira has survived her childbirth, and we are going to go up here with this little baby, Atticus, I don't know how you pronounce his name. And we are going to roll the dice for this little one. This baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. And this baby gets an 18. We are not going to let this baby survive. So we will go ahead and take this baby away from mom. All right, let me go ahead and update the timeline. And we are then going to go ahead and head over to our other family, and we will see the other family that is going to need to be getting married in this series for this portion of the episode. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Von Schwan residence. It is really late at night. We are just going to go ahead and let them take care of some of their needs and kill a little bit of time. It's a little too late to go and visit with the ladies, so we're going to let them go ahead and just carry on with life, and they seem to be playing some chess. This is Drogo Von Schwan. He is our resident teen that is going to be looking for a bride. So we will be seeing him in the morrow go ahead and try to find himself a love interest. So that is fantastic. It looks like he's also going to go over and try to play a little bit of chess, which is fantastic. We love that for him. And then we have Florence Von Schwan. What is she doing? She's just playing a little bit of games as well. And Byron is cleaning up. So everyone is just kind of taking care of themselves here, which we absolutely love about this family. They are just doing some skill building and carrying on with passing the time. It is about 12 o'clock in the morning the next day here. We are in October of 1390. Look at him punch this animal. I don't know why he is kind of having himself a little bit of a breakdown. I think maybe he might be a little bit nervous about the fact that he has to go and find himself a bride. I think that he is realizing that, Edwin found himself a bride, and he realizes now it's his time, and he's just feeling a little bit nervous about it. And I think that Elise Marie would be like, I don't know what you're nervous about. And he's like, well, what if I make a fool of myself? And she's like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. My boys are of the utmost social standing and character, and everything is going to be absolutely great. You are going to be a catch, and why would you not be someone that someone would want to marry? All right, Dulce Petechia has gone into labor. Let's go ahead and let her have her baby. She's also had a boy. We are going to name this little boy. What are we going to name this little boy? We are going to name this little boy Dennis. All right, and Dennis Petechia. And then we are going to roll for mom and baby once we go over there. So we will just remember that. Actually, let's just roll now. I already have the dice up, so we'll just roll now. So for mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls a 2 and survives. And baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. Dennis gets a 17 and lives. Okay, let me update the timeline and then we'll carry on. All right, so we will go and age up Dennis Petechia after we continue on with Drogo here. So Drogo is just going to have his little chat with his dad here. Mom has already told him how proud she is of him and how he doesn't have anything to worry about. And Dad is like, your mom is right. You're a catch. And he's like, what about me is so much of a catch? And he's like, what do you mean? Like, every one of our children are highly esteemed, and of course you would be a great catch. I don't know why everyone is so caught up on being so worried. Like, Edwin was also worried, and he's like, yeah, but Edwin was worried because he was worried he was going to fall in love and his wife was going to one day die. I'm not really all that much worried about that. He's like, I mean, of course that's concerning, but if my wife doesn't want to be a vampire, then my wife doesn't want to be a vampire. And, that just is what it is. He's like, I'm more worried about making a fool of myself. What if she doesn't like me? And he's like, oh, she'll like you just fine. It looks like Drogo is mean. Okay, well that was uncalled for. Drogo acting maliciously towards Conrad really left a sour taste in his mouth. It has Conrad wishing Sims could just be nice to each other instead of whatever that was. After reflecting on this rude interaction, could it be that Conrad dislikes malicious interactions? Yeah. And it looks like Drogo and Conrad have a difficult family dynamic. Oh, that sucks. I don't know that they would have a difficult family dynamic. I just think that Drogo is just really going through it right now because he's so worried about the fact that he's not going to be accepted by the ladies that he goes to court, and he is kind of taking it out on everyone around him. And I think that Elise Marie would be like, you just need to breathe. Like, honestly, you're not going to be a confirmed old bachelor. Like, you're not destined for that life. Like, some people are destined for that life. You're not. I think you need to just calm down. Like, you are destined for marriage, and you're going to find that special someone. And he's like, how do you know that I'm going to? And she's like, well, like Archibald, for instance, he was a confirmed old bachelor, and look at him. He's gone off and found Carly, and now she's turned into a vampire. Like, our children are destined for greatness. And he's like, I guess. And she's like, of course they are. So it is 3:13 in the morning. We are just waiting for a little bit of time to pass. This family is feeling really, really angry right now, which is not at all ideal, especially considering they have to go in a little while and help him find a bride. But it seems that Drogo has, and she's decided she wants to be erratic. Oh, we love that for her. Okay, but, it seems that Drogo has really driven this family to madness lately within the last hour or so, and it's just not ideal. It's really not. Conrad is feeling really, really angry. He's stomping around, just carrying on, and he's like, I can't believe Drogo is so uptight. I can't believe he's arguing with us and talking back like he is. Like, we've taught them better than that. And she's like, yes, we have, but honey, you have to understand he's a little bit tense right now. And he's like, I don't care. That's no excuse. And she's like, I'll go talk to him. So she's going to come up, she's going to have a talk with him. And she's like, you owe your dad an apology. You can't go around talking to him like that. You know that. And he's like, this is so unfair. And so he's going to go and punch this teddy bear. And she's like, I understand that you're angry, but you can't take it out on your family members. So he's going to go in there. He's going to practice his speech in the mirror. And he's going to try to calm himself down a little bit, give himself a little bit of a pep talk, and maybe get himself in a little bit of a better mood, and get himself feeling a little bit inspired and a little bit more confident feeling before he has to go out and try to meet the ladies. Because right now he's feeling really unnerved about this whole meeting of these girls and trying to secure himself a future bride. And he just doesn't know how he feels about it overall. It's really, really stressing him out. And, he's just not sure how he's going to pull it off. He's really not. Everybody seems to think that, he's got this in the bag. And he just doesn't feel that confident. He does not feel at all confident like Elise Marie thinks he should. And he's worried. He's really worried about how it's going to go down and about the outcome. Oh, he's learned some research and debate. Okay, we love that for him. All right, Drogo. It is time for us to travel with Drogo. We're going to go ahead and take Elise Marie with him. I think that would be the best course of action. Or maybe we should take Conrad. Oh, I don't know. Him and Conrad don't really get along. I'll take Elise Marie just because they seem to kind of get on a little bit better. So we'll take Elise Marie with him, and we're going to go and meet some ladies. So let's go and meet some women for him to get into a relationship with and see how he fares. Okay, so we have arrived here at this house of these bachelorettes. And we are going to just come over and knock on the door, if I can find the bloody door, and see if we can gain entry into the house. Oh, here's a lady. Let's go ahead and do a funny introduction. Where's the door? Okay, where's the door to the house? Knock on door. There we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a friendly introduction to this lady here, or a funny introduction. Oh, attractiveness alert. Wow, what a sim. He just stopped what he was doing to stare at Maureen. Okay, he is really into her. It says she has so many of the qualities that make his heart race as if it were on a cross-country marathon. Now the only thing left to do is pick up his jaw and work up the courage to speak to such an Aphrodite. Hopefully she will be kind enough to reciprocate his feelings. Okay, so he is clearly into her. He's going to go ahead and gaze into her eyes. And he's going to do some romantic actions with her. We're going to ask her to dance. He is clearly into her and is feeling her hard. Let's offer her a rose. He is like, I'm smitten with you. I don't even need to meet the other ones. I mean, you are just stunning. Let's see if she likes any of his romantic advances and how they are doing. And I just want to look and see how they have bad compatibility, but he finds her extremely attractive. Give her some flowers and let's whisper in her ear. They've already got some romance going on. We love that. Lady Whistledown is bored of late because nothing is happening in the ton. Well, it is what it is. He's going to ask her to dance, and they're going to do a little bit of dancing, and then I think he would maybe do a little bit of romantic singing with her. He is just absolutely smitten with her, like absolutely smitten. Their friendship is just going through the roof. Oh my goodness.
Mopsy, Funi, Sepa, Ol, Ibequex.
Can you get up your romance, though, is the question.
Urazap.
Oh my gosh, he can already ask her to be his girlfriend. He has a huge crush on her. Oh my gosh. Where'd she run off to? There she is. Where is she headed? Go over there and ask her if she will be your girlfriend. What does that say? Oh, let me see what that said. Compare to long lost love? Drogo, you don't have a long lost love. What are you talking about? You are a teenager. What long lost love are you talking about? This is ridiculous. You are being just silly. And his mom was supposed to be being his chaperone. She just left him out there to his own devices with her all by her lonesome, which is actually quite funny because they were left unchaperoned while they were dancing and carrying on and flirting. And now he's like, will you be my girlfriend? And she's like, yes, I will. And he's like, oh my God, this beautiful girl is going to be my girlfriend. He's going to hold her hand and talk to her about marriage and be like, look, I realize that you just became my girlfriend, but at the end of the day, I am bloody in love with you. I want to marry you. Like, I need to marry you. I am going to express my fondness to you and give you some flowers. And I want to marry you. I'm going to propose. He's like, this is all moving so suddenly. But at the end of the day, I love you. And she's like, you love me? And he's like, I do. I have fallen deeply in love with you. It was like love at first sight for him. And she's like, I reciprocate all of those feelings. And he's like, are you serious? And she's like, yes, I want to marry you. Sure, you can talk to your mom.
No.
Archibald's calling to let her know that they're having another baby. So we are going to go ahead and get married to Maureen. We're going to have them travel to the church and get married. We're going to have Maureen go, and we're going to have Conrad and Elise go. It's going to be so great. And let's go ahead and have Yasmina come as well, because why not? And let's go ahead and have everyone go ahead and go over to the... Oh, he just fell in love with Yasmin Harrington. Really? You don't have time for this nonsense, Drogo. You need to calm down and keep it in your pants. All right, let's go to the chapel. Okay, we have safely arrived here at the chapel. We are going to have our Sims of the family go and have a seat. And then we are going to take Drogo and we are going to get married to Maureen, which is going to be fantastic. As we know, we do have Drogo that does need to get married to her, and he is going to be having 6 children with Maureen. Maureen's going to birth him 6 lovely little babies, which is going to be fantastic. He has not even talked to her about if she wants to later on in life become a vampire, but they will at some point have that conversation and he will bring it up to her. I'm sure they will discuss that in further detail upon their married life, and he will let her decide what she wants to do with her life. and what decisions that she wants to make. He's not going to pressure her into anything. He obviously would like for her to live through eternity with him, but he's not going to make that decision for her. It's a very personal and, committed decision that someone has to make. But they are sharing this beautiful ceremony together, and he is just smitten with his bride. And he knows that they're going to have a wonderful life together. If forever, through eternity, he is hoping. But if not, as long as he can have her for. And we are going to hop into Cass with Maureen once we get her into the household. And we are going to go ahead and put her into her colors of the family and change her name to Von Schwan. So let's go ahead and jump into Cass with her now. Alright, so there is Maureen Von Schwan in her beautiful getup in her orange colors. And we are going to go ahead and split them off into their own family and let them get started now, or their own house, I should say, and let them get started on their family. Okay, so we have arrived here at their residence. We are just going to go ahead and get them inside because we are not in Forgotten Hollow, and we do not want them to burn to death. So let's go ahead and take them inside, and we will have them try for a little one. Can you go in here? Go here together. Let's get you inside. Come on, go on in. There we go. And let's call her over. Where is she? Oh, there she is. All right, let's call her over to us. The sim is too far away to call over. I mean, really, can you not? And say you did. Let's go over and embrace her, and then we will give her a kiss, and we are going to obviously have them try for a baby. Can you try for a baby? No? Okay. Why can't you try for a baby? There are beds in this place, aren't there? Yes, there are. Okay, great. Let's get them to try for a baby.
Yasura. Lansaya.
There we go.
Flarbin.
Look at him. Oh, they are precious.
Sleeve.
Oh, she likes physical intimacy. Wow, the love language of touch from Drogo just made that moment truly magical for Maureen. It has her pondering the joy of a tender caress or the comfort of a warm embrace from a beloved sim. We love that. Oh my goodness. They are so in love. I love it so much. So they're going to go ahead and go in there and try for a baby. What is it that this says? He wants to ask her out on a date. Okay, I mean, we love that for you. But they're going to go and try for a baby before we do the whole dating scene. We are going to have them go and try for that baby. We're going to try to expand our family line, which is definitely something we need to do. Break out the candles, make it romantic. Maureen and Drogo are woohooing for the very first time. We love that for them. Once they are done with that, we are going to obviously go ahead and have her come down, and we're going to have her try for a pregnancy test, and we will see if they are successful in their pregnancy endeavors, which is going to be fantastic. Hopefully they are. As we know, our last couple, not so much, but we will hope that these guys are successful in that. We definitely want them to come and get started on their family. So I'm hoping that they are successful in that. And then once we find out if they are expecting or not, we are going to be heading over to the Petechia home because, as we know, Dulce did give birth to a little one. Oh, she is eating for two. So she has come in here. She is like, Drogo, I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh my God, that is amazing. Is he excited about the news? I don't know because my moodlets don't work, but I'm sure he is. He looked like he was. He didn't cry or nothing, so I'm thinking he's excited, which is fantastic. So we are going to have us a little one in this family, which is super exciting. I can't wait for that to take place. And we are going to head over to the Petechia home, and we're going to see little Dennis and get him aged up into an infant. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Petechia home. Here is little Dennis. We are going to have Dulce come in here, and we are going to feed this little one. And then we are going to age up little Dennis, and we are going to give him his makeover and get his photo for the family tree. And I am just thrilled about it. She is like, yay. This is their first little one. We absolutely love that for them. Their first viable one at the very least. Let's go ahead and age him up. She is super thrilled that they have had a baby and that the baby is living. And let's go ahead and jump into cast with Dennis. Dennis is a Sagittarius. We love that for him. And let's see what his trait is and get his makeover. All right, so Dennis is going to be a sunny infant, and let's go ahead and do his makeover and then get his photo for the family tree. Alright, so there is our adorable little Dennis Petechia and what he looks like as an infant. Let's go ahead and jump back into the game. Okay, so we are back in the game. We are still here with our Petechias. We are just going to let her go ahead and take care of little Dennis here. And she is so thrilled about him. And so she's just loving on him and giving him a little bit of much care and tender loving care. That's what I was trying to say. Let's go ahead and maybe we can do a little bit of feeding for him. Go ahead and give him a little bit of a feeding, and then you can obviously maybe give him a little bit of tummy time. That would be fantastic. Can you do that? And she's like, I can think about it. Okay, well, why don't you do that? That would be fantastic. What are you doing? He's like, I want to love on him too. I'm so thrilled that I have a son. I am so thrilled that you have a son too. He is super excited about it. Where are you taking him? He's like, I'm going to go put him in the crib. Okay, well, is he tired? I don't know that he is. But okay, let's put him in the crib. That is perfectly fine. I think Mom was totally going to do some tummy time, but I guess let's throw him in the crib. That's perfectly fine. She's like, okay, fine, whatever. Okay, it would seem that maybe he's a little bit hungry, so maybe we could, give him a little bit of a feed. That would be freaking fantastic. Can we maybe do that? I really do think that he needs to be fed. Let's feed this baby, please. She's like, I'm hungry too. She likes cooking. Okay, you can like cooking. She's like, do you want me to cook or do you want me to feed the baby? Maybe a little bit of both. Do you think you could do that? I don't know. Right now you're doing nothing, so, resume the cheese tart. She's like, you told me to feed the baby. I did. I did tell you to do that. Do a little bit of both. It'll be fine. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I am so confused. I also am so confused. Okay, well, we earned 1,365 simoleons from investing this week. I did not know that we had invested, but that is perfectly fine. All right, go ahead and resume the cheese tart. You can't resume the cheese tart? Okay, well, let's cook dinner. Let's do something with meat. Can you do anything? Let's do chicken adobo. That's fine. Oh, she is, okay. Perfect. She's finishing that. Okay, that's great. All right, so we are just about finished with this portion. We are in December of 1390, and this part is almost over. We have had some babies. We have had some deaths, unfortunately, which really sucks. We have also had, what have we had? A couple of marriages. That's what we've had. That's what I'm trying to say. And so we absolutely love that. We are going to be having some more babies because of the marriages, which is fantastic news. And I am so thrilled about it. In 1391, we are going to have more deaths coming along the way, but we are going to have a lot more birthdays. We're going to be finding out some more teens that are going to be aging up to see if they are going to be getting married anytime soon, which is going to be super exciting. And I can't wait for that. And so I am thrilled about it. We are also going to be seeing if we have any more good luck with our families trying again for the babies that didn't have a good chance at getting pregnant in their first go around. So we'll be seeing that. So that is all going to be very, very exciting, and I can't wait for that. But do stay tuned for the photos of the babies that did age up in this second part, which was Adam Petechia, Lena Petechia, Zesto Idrisi, Albertino Idrisi, and Eumenia Idrisi. They had aged up into toddlers. And so I am going to be showing you their photos at the end here so that you can see their makeovers. And I am going to go ahead and leave this part here. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in 1391 of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.